Good morning, or hello, whenever you are watching this. I just thought I'd try a little experiment. I am going to do a get ready with me video this morning, and I want to talk about fear around money while I do that. So I'm just getting ready for work. It's just an ordinary day for me. It's a Wednesday morning. It's a bit grim outside, a bit grey. Um, Behind me you can see a very false sea view there. I ordinarily have a beautiful view out of my living room window, but I'm in my bedroom at the moment. So I'm just going to talk a little bit while I get ready about fear, fear around money. So yesterday I came to do my first payment on my first credit card with the snowball method, which you will probably know if you watch sort of debt pay down videos, is where you start paying off, you start really vigorously attacking the smallest debt that you've got. And I had made a plan to pay my first £200 off of my smallest debt, which is around 1,300 and £70. And so I went into my bank account to have a look and see how that was looking, because I wanted just to double check that I did have the funds in there, and that by paying that £200 off I would be okay. And actually, when I looked up the money I got in my account, I just got this sense of fear, absolute fear. And I had to sit and think, where does that come from? I think the fear was looking at my account and thinking, well, if I pay £200, which is probably 5 times more than the minimum payment on that card, it doesn't leave me a lot of wiggle room. It does leave me a contingency, like in if you follow Dave Ramsey and the baby steps, like in the baby steps program, where he talks about having at least, he talks about $1,000 contingency. I definitely have that and have a little bit more. I think my fear has been that I've kind of been on this spending journey where I've been living beyond my means, and I looked at this amount and thought, my goodness, what if something happens? What if the car breaks down again? Because I've got a car that's about 12 years old, and it does have a lot of well, it's had a lot of work done to it. Last year I probably spent in excess of £2,000 on it. So that was really, I was just sitting in this fear thinking, I just didn't pay this money. And I start thinking about my own money blocks, and thinking that this is the problem I think that I've had around money. I've had such a fear, and I wanted to overcome that. And I'm actually sort of sitting thinking, how do we overcome that fear? And is that the fear the thing that stops us from doing things like paying off our credit cards and leaving a bit of money sitting in the bank? And then what we don't realise is that we're actually doing ourselves a disservice and damage financially, because we're paying interest on that. And I've been like that, I think. So I think, working on fear is really important. I think if you can work on that fear, if you can just identify that fear at first, I think that's the thing. I think if you identify it and recognize it and acknowledge it, and then maybe, do some mindfulness work and just allow yourself to feel it and let it go. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm letting it go. I'm telling myself that it's £200. It's all right. You have got more than enough in that float. You have got your income. I'm fortunate. I don't know whether you are in that. I've got a nicely paying job. I've got a little bit of a side hustle, and those payments are regular, and I'm not worrying about when those payments will come in, they will come in. My job's pretty secure, you know, it's a permanent job. So I have to sit with myself and say, you know, the fear, you need to let go of that fear. Uh, because when I look ahead, one of the things I did yesterday was I looked ahead and thought, well, if I don't pay that £200 and I don't start this program and I don't start paying that down, those monthly payments that I'm paying about £350 a month all told on them. Those monthly payments will never come down. And so I've had to sit and work on myself with that. And so that's where I am really. And I just thought, you know, it was a good thing to do, to talk about that fear and just to sort of think about that as one of the money blocks that we might have. I think, you know, because I watch a lot of gurus on debt and money management, and I do watch I watch Dave Ramsey and I watch Rachel Cruz, and I just think, you know, they're really awesome, and I think the Baby Steps program is brilliant, and you know, I'm using the Debt Snowball, which is a Dave Ramsey part of Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps program, and I think it's wonderful, but I think there are things that people need to do before that, before they actually get a hold of their debt and start thinking about paying it down, and that's the inner work. So if you've got fear around money, around paying it off, around not having money in the bank, then you need to address that. And we will be doing some inner work on the channel in the next few weeks. So have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.